guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Helene Honey. If it's your first time here, then welcome. So I want to share with you guys what I love about you. Yes, you. I'm going to share with you guys my favorite traits from each zodiac sign. If you know anything about astrology, then you know how real it is, okay? When I was little, I'd find those magazines and flip to Capricorn to read my horoscope. Your weekly horoscope when I was like 10 years old. So that's not exactly what I mean, not at all. See, astrology and things like that have been washed down in the modern world we're in. It's been painted as woo-woo, and it's not true, and it's very misgiving, Miss Cleo. Do y'all remember her, Miss Cleo? Call me now. Like, oh my gosh, that was so funny, those commercials like in the 90s. Okay, no. The more I've learned about astrology and studied it, the more I'm like, wow, this is so real. It's beyond amazing how accurate it is. And so there's so much you can learn. I'm gonna put a link down in the description bar if you want to download your natal chart, because the thing is, most people just look at the month they're born and they say, okay, I'm this sign, and that's considered your sun sign. But there's so much more to you than just that. The first step, like learning the basics of your, let's call it personality. It's deeper than your personality though. It's like your lessons, spiritual lessons that you're meant to learn on earth. The first step to like doing something like this is learning about each sign, so that if you see that, oh, my rising sign is in Virgo, well, if you don't really know what Virgo means, you know what I mean? That's not really going to help you. So I want to share with you guys, out of the 12 signs, the things that I love and maybe not love so much about them. Okay, and so I hope that this helps you on your journey. Again, download a birth chart if you want to, or you can just simply work with your sun sign, but it's gonna help you on your spiritual journey, on your self-love journey, and to truly know yourself. And one more quick thing before I get started, you guys, I don't really watch TV like that. Like, I don't have regular cable, whatever. Is that even still a thing? So I don't pay attention to like what's in the mainstream. I really don't care. But the last 2 seasons I've tuned into Dancing with the Stars on Disney Plus, and it's in live time. Okay, I kid you not. I've been learning about astrology for a while, right? And so I was very aware that one November there was like a full moon happening, and basically I knew what was happening in this full moon and what it could do on the planet. Tell me why this show attuned their audience to the full moon. It was in sync with the full moon. In other words, they knew that the planet, the effect that the moon was going to have on the planet at that time, what that full moon was going to do. And they tailored their show to target us. Like, it was going to be an emotional full moon. And so they made the show like super sappy in that episode. It's weird to explain, but the powers that be and people who are in high positions recognize that astrology is not whether or not you agree with it. Astrology is cosmic, universal law and ways of that just are. Like, it's just the truth, okay? It's the truth. So anyways, I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to tell you why I love you. So what's your sun sign and what's your moon sign? Drop me a comment and let me know. So let's get started. Capricorn, right? We're gonna start in January. Now, they've lied to us about the calendar. January is not the start of the year. Okay, let's look at the earth. The year starts in March. Yes, baby, spring. We've been lied to, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and start in Capricorn so that we don't get confused. But if you know, you know. Okay, I'm gonna see how many of you guys really know what's up with this video. Anyways, okay. So Capricorns, what are they known for? The Capricorn is the sea goat. Capricorn is known for being super perseverant. They're gonna persevere. They're extremely hardworking. They're normally seen as the boss or the manager. Capricorns are focused. Like they can get the job done. And so you want a Capricorn on your team when it comes to any type of work, because they're normally the workaholic of the zodiac, and they're just focused on, like, the shadow could be focused too much on money or too much on success and power, but the lighter attributes is just like hardworking, and their work gives them a sense of fulfillment, and they love their work. And so I'm coming to you as a Capricorn sun, and it's beautiful. They can be a bit stubborn. Capricorn is an earth sign, and earth signs in general can be a bit stubborn, a little bit rigid, a little bit on the conservative side, and also dry humor is really big. The Capricorns that I know in my life too, and just like people who are close to me, when I share my humor with them, like, it's a certain kind, like not everybody is gonna get it necessarily. And I think that Capricorns are a little bit more private. They're on the private side. They're about their close circle in a way. They're not too showy. They're more practical, logical, not so much boring, but just more chill. And again, just because your birthday might be in late December or in January and you're a Capricorn sun, the sun sign is how they can perceive you, but that is definitely not like the bulk of who you are. There's so many aspects to yourself, and so that's why you're so much more than your earth sign. And there's different people that are going to embody different traits more and more, but you're going to be able to spot a Capricorn. This is how you can spot a Capricorn. Okay, earth sign. When it comes to tarot, I would associate Capricorn with like Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, okay? Resourceful and practical, and will make a beautiful home. Earth sign, so they like earthy things and beautiful things like that. So hello to my fellow earth signs. I love you guys. Okay, let's move on to Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius is like, if your birthday is in February, if you have any Aquarius in your chart, then this is about innovation. Aquarius is all about being themselves. They are in their own lane. They're different, and they are okay being different. They stand out. People can tell, like, you really can't tell an Aquarius anything. Like, they're gonna do them regardless of how you feel. They're known for that. Like, they're gonna do it their way. Then they're unique. They dress a certain way. They express themselves a certain way, and they're kind of like different or eccentric. They stand out for sure. And Aquarius is an air sign. They could be a bit, not so much flaky, but they're kind of here, there, and everywhere. They're here, they're at the party for a little bit, then they're gone. Where'd they go? Right? They're a bit unpredictable, because think about air. Like, you cannot really contain air. It's everywhere, right? And so, but Aquarius, they're the innovators, and I love Aquarius because it's like they're so unique, and so I think that's beautiful. So that's, if you have an Aquarius in your chart, then you value being yourself, and you're in your own lane, and you're never going to try to be like other people. Like, you're proud to be who you are, and I love that. So the next sign would be Pisces, right? Pisces, if you're born in late February, if you're born in March, or if you have any Pisces placements, and this is one of my most favorite signs. Pisces is a water sign. This is the most spiritual sign in a way. They're the mystic of the zodiac, and they're the closest to the spiritual realm. They're at the end of the zodiac. And Pisces is known to be in tune with their emotions. They're the artist. They are the creatives. A lot of times in touch with their feminine energy, which is powerful because that's creation, and being able to bring things from the unseen realm onto earth. So in the sense, they're bringing heaven to earth, and they're that link from earth to the spiritual realm. And so they're spiritual. A lot of times they're spiritual teachers or healers. They're the mystics of the zodiac, and super creative, super talented. Some of my favorite souls on earth are Pisces, water sign, and I always fall in love with water signs. Someone help me out here. No, but so any Pisces in your chart means to tap into your creative side, your artistic side, and be in tune with your emotions. A lot of times Pisces are very emotional, but it's hidden. It's more in the depths, not as much as Scorpio, but still, it's like beneath the surface. They might be playing it cool, but inside there's a lot of emotions that they're feeling, and that's that feminine energy, and so it's beautiful, Pisces. And so the downside of Pisces is that they can be a bit indecisive and sometimes ungrounded. So maybe too much in their head and not enough practical. And they're water signs, so they're very flowy. They're dreamy. When I think of Pisces, I think of very dreamy, ethereal energy, but they can get lost in the dream world, right? Seven of Cups. They're not, or the hanged man in tarot. They're just thinking a lot, but they're not actually doing. And so yeah, you don't want to get lost in the dream world. You want to be able to be grounded here on earth. So that's what I think of with Pisces. And then let's move on to Aries. Why I love you, Aries. Why do I love you, Aries? Because you guys are the leaders of the zodiac. Aries is a fire sign. So if your birthday is in April or late March, then you will be an Aries sun. And they're the babies of the zodiac. And think of a baby. They like to get their way. They can be a bit stubborn, but they're powerful because they're very much focused on self and they're driven. And there's a lot of fire within them, so they are known to be leaders. They can be a bit competitive because they like to win, and they know their power and they own that, and they go after what they want. They believe in themselves, and so to me it's like a self-starter. And I love Aries. I love fire signs too, and they're feisty, right? A little bit sassy, funny, and amazing. I would say a downside of Aries could be too focused on self sometimes, like a little bit selfish, or not seeing the bigger picture sometimes. Like they didn't even think about how their actions might affect others. And so there's positive and negative in every single sign. So that's just my experience. I'm very close to a lot of Aries. So okay, so let's move on to Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign. Taurus would be your birthdays in May, most of them. And Taurus is a beautiful sign. They are very steadfast. They are very focused, practical, and they're all about stability. Taurus likes luxury things. They like the finest things in life. When I think of Taurus, I think of comfort, food that tastes good, clothes that look good, nice things, nice cars, nice homes, nice jewelry, expensive things, quality things. It's ruled by Venus, so that's the planet of love and beauty, right? So aesthetically, they like nice things. They like things to look nice, smell nice, feel nice, and they like their comfort zone. I guess that would be the downside of Taurus. They're very much in their own bubble. They like to be a homebody a lot of times, or they like what they like. Like they have their group of friends and that's good for them. They have the food they like to eat that works for them. They're very much like in the same thing all of the time, like over and over and over again. That's what they like. Like they like that familiarity and that comfort, right? So that's what I think of when I think of Taurus. They would make amazing husbands in a way because they are focused on financial stability, but also just stability within themselves. And the downside of Taurus would be stubborn and hard-headed because they're a bull. So think of if you make a bull mad. It takes a lot to make a bull mad, but if it gets upset, it can get very mad. And so Taurus can have a bit of a temper. You guys. My brother is a Taurus. Shout out to you, Juice. Love you. So the next sign would be Gemini. Gemini is an air sign. And when I think of Gemini, I think of the mental space. So they're very logical and they're They love the mind. And so they're a lot of times very intelligent, very smart, and they are the messenger, the communicator. They love to communicate, use their mental power to bring forth messages, right? Like think of Kanye West or think of Tupac. They are not gonna bite their tongue. No, Gemini is gonna say what they mean and what they think. And now they're famous for that whole two sides of themselves, right? Because they're the twins, right? They're represented by the twins. It's mostly like, you can see it as a lot of different things. Higher self and your lower self, that duality, that heaven and earth type of vibe. The two sides that we all have, the light and the dark, however you want to view it, but the duality. Gemini is just like the intellectual. Think about the intellectual of the zodiac, and, you know, poets or bringing messages to earth. So maybe directors or communicators. Communication is huge. And I would say like the downside of Gemini is that they could be, you don't really want to get on their bad side. That's basically what I would say about them. Okay, so anyway, the next sign would be Cancer. So what do I love about the Cancers of the zodiac? They are known as the crab, right? So think of a hard shell, but it's squishy inside. They have this way about them where they're super loyal to their family, to their friends, to their partner, and like home life, their personal life means a lot to them. It's most important to them, but they don't just let anybody in. That loyalty, that love that they have, that deep love that they have for those closest to them, it's hard to penetrate that hard shell. So on the outside looking in, Cancer is seen as like kind of tough, maybe like mean in a way, and they're known to be super moody. They're also a water sign, so they're full of a lot of deep emotions. They feel things very deeply, but they also are very sensitive inside. If a Cancer lets you get close to them, then you will see that they actually are extremely sensitive. So that hard shell protects their sensitivity and their deep capacity to love. Cancer is also like the mother of the zodiac, and so mothering, taking care of the family, taking care of the home, nourishing them, like that comfort of home, right? Think about Cancer is like how we start. Cancer is how we start the summer, and a lot of times people go on those road trips, like go home to visit family, like if you're in college, right? Or you want to spend time with the people you love the most in summertime. It's time to build the memories, and so Cancer's like big on family and yeah, emotional, protective, extremely loyal, and sensitive. And it's ruled by the moon, so again, the water element, the emotions. And we're actually in Cancer season right now. The season that you're currently in affects your energy, and that's the thing, it's universal. And so look at the season you're in, that matters, and how you relate to the season you're in. You can work with the energy that's on earth, and it also might affect you differently depending on your own placement. So the more you learn about astrology, the more it's just going to serve you in your own life to manifest and to know yourself, to understand yourself more. Okay, so after Cancer, we move into Leo season. Yes, the Leo is the star of the zodiac. They're shining bright. They are a fire sign, and Leo is beautiful because it's very much about being playful. They're represented by the Sun card in tarot, just bright, shining. They like to be seen. They're not afraid to be seen. They're not afraid to be the center of attention. They thrive off of that. They like to be the leader, to be the boss, to walk into a room and be seen. They want people to notice them. It's their energy. People gravitate towards them. It's not that they're such like show-offs. They can be if they want to, but it's more so just their energy. They are very warm. Think about the sun. It's hot. It's lighting up everything around you, and so they are just naturally the centers of attention. Leo is like, think of like J-Lo, so the star. I would say the downside of Leo is that sometimes they don't take things too seriously and they can be too playful, too much with their in a childish way, you know, and not really thinking of the serious, more serious sides of life, right? And so I guess that'd be the downside of Leo. Or like the dark aspect would be being conceited or being like too much selfish and just thinking about trying to get the limelight for themselves and being like self-absorbed and things like that. So I guess that would be the downside of Leo. So do you have some Leo in your chart? Are you a fire sign? Let me know. Okay, so moving on to Virgo. What do I love about Virgo? Virgo is the introvert of the zodiac. Virgo is represented by the Hermit card. They're to themselves. They are very intelligent, very analytical, logical, practical, straight down to the point. A lot of times they're very trustworthy because they don't like a lot of fluff. They just are going to tell you practically what it is. They're an earth sign, and Virgo is very detail oriented. If you want something done well, go to a Virgo. They're going to make sure it's done right, but they can struggle with perfectionism and wanting things to be perfect when nothing's perfect. Nothing, you don't, when you can stress yourself out that way, right? And so Virgos don't mind being alone. They don't mind doing the same thing over and over again. Earth signs, so think of Taurus and also Capricorn. They're steadfast, they're focused, and a lot of times the Virgos are like lawyers or like jobs that you have to be pretty intelligent, and you don't mind like, because it's like it's not very much creative energy. It's more so like practical or logical energy in a way. And so let's see, what's the dark side of Virgo? Let's think. Well, being too critical of themselves or others. Virgo is very analytical, so they can tend to overanalyze, overthinking, stressing themselves out when they don't have to, so things like that. So there's 3 more. Virgo is the end of August and most of September, and then we move right into Libra. Libra is a beautiful sign. If you have any Libra in your chart, then I love you. It's also ruled by Venus, so the planet of love and beauty, aesthetics. Libras are creative. Libras are known to be balanced and fair. So they are always the mediators. Like if you are having a conflict, go to a Libra because they're going to be able to see both sides, like, and not take anybody's side. They're gonna make peace. So they're the peacemakers of the zodiac. They are able to see something from different angles and give you an unbiased opinion most of the time, right? Nobody's perfect, but these are the qualities and traits of Libra. They are normally have a very beautiful aesthetic. Like they're just a very beautiful people. Aesthetically, you can tell a Libra, like, and they're known for romance. They're known for love, right? Because think of Venus, right? Planet of love. So they're the poets again, and like especially a male Libra that's very beautiful. Like it's very beautiful because it's like tapping into a bit of their feminine energy to balancing that with the masculine. A lot of times if you're like a chef, you might be a Libra, or if you're some type of artist, a musician, using that creativity, you could be a Libra. But I guess the downside of Libra would be not taking a side, right? I don't know, sometimes like indecisive in a way. But yes, they're very much for justice. They're very focused on justice and serving others. They're the opposite of Aries. So whereas Aries is more focused on self, Libra is more focused on like all and what's right and fair for everyone versus just the self. So the downside of Libra could be like over giving, over serving, and forgetting about self. But Libra is also like known for relationships. So they value love, they value relationships, like especially romantic relationships, right? They're big on romance and love and things like that. So, and they're an air sign. So Libra, again, it's air energy. So they're very they work with their mental and their logic a lot to make their decisions. Okay, you guys, so 2 more. Scorpio, the infamous Scorpio. They are a water sign, and Scorpio is a very interesting placement. Like if you have any Scorpio in your chart, let me know, especially if you're a Scorpio moon. Who are you? Let me know. Draw me a comment right now. But Scorpio's known for just being really deep. Scorpio is, I would say, like the sexiest sign of the zodiac. Yeah, if you have some Scorpio in your chart, there's something very mysterious about Scorpio and elusive. You never really know with them, right? They're saying something, but is that what they really mean? Think about underwater, deep underwater, the depths of the subconscious, the darkness, and that's where they're comfortable, is the depths of. So they're mysterious. They're a lot of times into the occult or hidden knowledge and the things that are unseen but that are real. They're a water sign, so they're known to be emotional and adaptable, very adaptable. If you know a Scorpio, they can blend and mesh wherever they are, because think about water. It could be free flowing or it could freeze, it can rain, it could be misty, or it could be pouring down. Like water can take on so many different shapes and states of being, right? So any water sign, but Scorpio is just like, they're very good at seeing through people too, like, and they are very blunt. And yeah, Scorpio is an interesting one. They tend to be physically attractive too. And it's like that whole tall, dark, and handsome vibe. That's how I associate Scorpio. And even women Scorpios, it's like they're sexy, they're attractive and mysterious, and they tend to like to wear dark clothing. You're gonna see them in all black, right? And yeah, it's just a vibe. Scorpio, I would say the downside of Scorpio, are they the heartbreaker of the zodiac? I don't know. Are they? Scorpio, what's the downside? Oh, well, I mean, everything could have a dark side. Okay, Diddy is a Scorpio. Now, let's not take it to the extreme, okay? But all I'm saying is that mysterious. So you might not know what you get. They're also kind of infamous for like dark sexual energy in a way. So just make sure if you have Scorpio in your chart, or if you're dealing with a Scorpio, that they're in a healthy space, because again, it's the depths. Like, so like fetishes, but more so, like, I'm trying to keep this video PG, but you don't want to fool with that dark energy, the dark Scorpio energy. Like, no. I would say they're very sensitive and they're very loyal. Yeah, so again, with the water signs, you might not be able to see it on the exterior, but deep inside, water signs are just known to be quite sensitive, which is beautiful. Water nourishes the earth. Just like earth signs and water signs, they work very well together. Just like fire signs and air signs, they work really well together. And the more you learn about things like this, you can look into your own life, to like couples that you know or friends you have in your life, family, and you're going to start to understand them a lot better, and you're going to be able to see what's compatible for you in your life, especially when it comes to like a romantic partner. Okay, so the last sign of the zodiac that we're going to talk about is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and they are spicy. They are the lover of the zodiac, and so they're the infamous player of the zodiac, and they are the adventurer. Sagittarius means like wanting to go on an adventure, wanting to feel free, wanting to explore. They're the explorer. They want to go all across the world and trust and believe that so many people are going to fall in love with them on the way. And so they also value love a lot. Love is important to them, their friendships, their relationships in their life. And like they're represented by like half man, half horse with like an arrow. Like think of Cupid, again, like the lover. And they're a fire sign, so they're very charismatic. Sagittarius can steal your heart, and they like to have all eyes on them. Okay, yes. You know, think about being at a party, they're in the middle of the dance floor, like it has to be a Sagittarius. They are known for partying. I promise you, if you have a Sagittarius in your life, they love to party. They love to turn up, dance, and just have a good time. They're very lighthearted. They're very fun. They have a very innocent, not innocent, but like playful energy. Yes, Sagittarius, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Romantic, party animal, adventurous, right? So if you want to go on an adventure, go with a Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I was at my brother's house and one of his friends came over and he was saying how he just quit his job and went to live in China or Thailand or somewhere in the East. Like he was living there for 2 months and going to explore. And he was telling this whole story, right? And then I was like, are you a Sagittarius? And he was like, yeah, I am. But anyways, da-da-da. And I could just tell, right? So it's funny of how accurate it is. I don't know him very well, but just from his conversation, I'm like, oh, you're a Sagittarius, dude. Like, you can't stay put. You have this fire inside of you, a fire sign to want to explore. So these are the different zodiac signs, a really basic understanding of some of the 12 zodiac signs. I'm going to leave you with this. Your sun sign is how people perceive you and how you might perceive yourself, like what is shown to the world. Think about the sun, like what's in the light, what people see of you, and that's where your birthday is, right? So if you're born on May 15, then you're a Taurus, like that's your sun sign, right? Your moon sign, which your natal chart will reveal to you what your moon sign is. Your moon sign is your hidden world and the parts of you that people don't know necessarily, but is very much a part of you. It's your internal world. Your rising sign is how the world perceives you and what you are embodying the most in a way. Your rising sign. And the last thing would be check out where your north node placement is. This is powerful. Your north node is where you are heading to in this lifetime. It's beautiful. So your south node is what you've already mastered in previous lifetimes, but your north node, see where it lands, because that's what you're meaning to. Your soul wants to embody those traits in this life, and it's going to feel very it's going to reveal a lot to you of why you might feel drawn to certain things, why you've had certain challenges in your life, and what you're growing into, what you're meant to reach to and learn to embody in this life. And also your Venus placement, you guys, because your Venus placement is how you love, who you'd be interested in, what you look for in a partner. Where is your Venus placement? I'm sending you so much love and power and healing on your journey. Drop me your signs down below. I'm sending you love. I'll see you next time.